So we started with the math behind it, but now we're into these 5 problems from the first 20. Now I know some of you haven't ever stepped up to the first 20 yet. You're still on the basic 20, that's okay. These are just the first 5 of the first 20. You know what a really common mistake is on this one? People just go x squared and 5 squared. You can't do that. So what do you do? Well, it's x plus 5. And what does squared really mean? 2 of them. And they're times each other. Haven't we practiced that a lot already lately? Yeah, just multiply that out. I'll tell you what the answer is in a second, but everybody multiply that out. Pausing. Plus 5x plus another 5x makes 10x. Plus the 5 times the 5 makes 25. Raise your hand if you had that one right. Cool, that's going to be easy. This one is what we've been doing all along. Everybody just factor that one. 3-step process. Put in the x's, put in the signs, figure out the numbers. Pausing. I agree, we start with x's and you got a minus and a plus, right? And then what were your last 2 numbers? Minus 8 plus 1, and like, did you check it to be sure you're right? Not saying you're wrong, I'm just asking. Did you check it? Okay, here's how you would check it. You go this, and that makes 1x, and this makes negative 8x. And together they do make negative 7x. But I strongly encourage you to check it, because if you're not sure, then, you know, you'd get that one wrong. Because it'd be really easy to have the minus on the wrong thing. But you did it right. On to number 3. This one's already factored, then what's the point? You solve it. 3x plus 1 needs to equal 0. And x minus 4 needs to equal 0. I'm fine with you doing this in your head and going, that one's 4. But this one, you probably need to show a little work. You set them equal to 0 and you solve the simplest little 2-step equation of all. Did you get negative 1/3? Raise your hand if you did. Okay, good. And then adding fractions. These are all like different than each other. Yeah, but we need them at critical moments, especially in pre-calculus. That's where I'm hoping some of you decide to go. Next year is either FST, function, stats, and trig. But if you're getting straight A's in this class, then you can consider taking pre-calc. In pre-calc, we add fractions all the time. It might seem like it's an easy thing, but ours are fractions that have like cosine in them, like this. And you have to be able to handle it. Well, you won't be able to do it unless you can do it with normal numbers first. What's a good denominator for these? Yes? 15. So we make them both into 15 by timesing by something. Amelia, tell me something I should times by something. We're timesing these by 3. Okay. EJ, tell me what... Oh, okay. I already got that from somebody. That's fine. EJ, tell me what I should do next. 10 over 15 plus 12 over 15. And that becomes super easy. Just don't fall into the trap of just adding the top and the bottom. You just add the tops and you get 12/15, which does reduce, and so therefore you have to. I like to do it by factoring. 3 times 4. 22. Oh, dang, 22. Sorry about that. It's going too fast for my own brain. 22. And now, can those be factored? Ooh. Well, 11 times 2 and 5 times 3. There's no common factors, so I guess we get to be done. We do not make these into 1 and something. Like, I know that can be done, but in this class, we're high enough up that we can leave it that way and say, done. You don't have to do that. That was back in elementary school that you had to make that 1 and 7/15. Okay. And last but not least, the super easy 5 times the 3 makes 15 across the bottom. And 3 times 2 is 6. And is it as easy as 6/15? Well, kind of. Then you got to reduce this one, because this one does factor. 2 times 3, and 15 is really 5 times 3. The 3's cancel. I get 2/5. I know some of you have other ways to do it, but honestly, I don't know if there's any faster way. than making them both into little times problems.
Or you could
And-
just
Oh,
just one, and then you just go.
once I get here, I don't think there's a faster way. But in the problem itself, we could have canceled these. Very good. And you get 2/5 either way. All right, there's my power review of those 5 topics that are all ones you know you've seen before, but you probably haven't seen them lately. So now, between now and lunch, your job, I have 5 one-question quizzes that are up on Schoology. One question at a time. If you bomb one, you're like, ah, crap. It'll show you the right answer, and you can do it one more time. But be careful. If you get it wrong the first time, it'll be a different question the second time. So like no sense in just bombing it on purpose to see what the answer is. It'll feed you a new, different question like that. And answer those 5 questions. And I bet you can finish before we even go to lunch. I'm going to pause, and we will resume with the second part. I think I'm just going to make a second video for the second part of class. So that's it for this video. And then we'll come back from lunch and you'll see the second video.